Good morning, everyone!
Good morning, everyone!
Here we are.
Here we are.
Another day, another hoodie. Well, that's the same hoodie, but I'm cold today. That's why I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good!
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Of all the guests you could have had, I'm really pleased that you picked me. You got up early this morning.
I got really early this morning, yeah.
6:30.
Yeah. Weed the bed. Didn't weed the bed. I just woke up. It's probably the best way to explain it. I just woke up and I was like, I'm up. And I tried to like toss and turn and go back to bed again, but just wasn't having it. Yeah. So I did the old sneak out again, but it didn't really work.
Didn't sneak out because I woke up.
But the door's squeaky.
I know, I woke up when you hadn't even touched the door yet. I woke up when you were like that, reaching for the door handle.
Last night we watched Gangs of London again.
I think I've learned like the patterns of violence, so I know when something violent might happen, so I've gotten quite good at just being like, oh, and I'm looking at my phone.
Yeah. Any announcements?
Harry Potter quiz tonight on my channel, youtube.com/Carrie.
Yeah.
Is my channel. Come along, come dressed up. I won't be able to see you, but send me pictures of you dressed up so I know that you made an effort. If you're coming, I just ask that you donate to the fundraiser that will be on the video, it'll be on the live stream, and donate as if like you're buying a ticket to come to a quiz.
Great.
But you can donate whatever you want.
And you're raising money for?
The NAACP.
NAACP, hey!
Cause the world keeps spinning round and round and my heart keeps time and the speed and the sound. I was lost till I heard the drums and I found my way.
I don't think I have any announcements. Nothing's really going on in the old life of Ormson. No big announcements. Just again, thanks for all the emails. Thanks for all the fan art. That's some really good fan art. Right. Little question for you.
Oh, here we go. Go on.
Would you rather be a big fish in a small pond or a small foot? Oh my god.
Small foot.
Would you rather be a big fish in a small pond or a small pond? No. I can't do this. It's too early.
A big fish in a small pond.
I need to say this. I need to say it. Would you rather be a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond?
Or a small pond in a big fish. I think I'd rather be a small fish in a big pond.
Yeah?
I get bored too quickly. I get bored too easily, and I feel like if you're a big fish in a small pond, you've already explored all of your possibilities. There's nowhere else to go. You've done everything, and that's why you are the big fish. But if you're a little fish in a big pond, the possibilities are endless.
See, I don't see it like that. I don't see that analogy like that.
No?
I don't see it like it being about space. It's about being like...
No, I don't see it about being about space.
I feel like the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, because it's an analogy for being like the thing that comes to mind is the movie Big Fish.
Yeah.
It's about a guy who's in a small town, lives in a small town, and everyone knows who he is, and he's like the hero of the town because he's just sort of smarter than everyone and sort of a bit better than everyone, and but he gets bored really quickly because he's done everything. Like he can't escalate any more than he's already escalated, so he gets bored and he leaves. He goes on a big journey and like discovers what's out there in the rest of the world. And I just bit my own tongue, really good. And he becomes a small fish in a big pond, and therefore he is happier because he's out of his depth a little bit and he gets to be challenged.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. So you would rather be a small fish in a large pond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd get bored. That's the thing. I'd get bored too quickly. If I was in, an industry where I was at the top of my game and had nowhere else to go, I'd be bored.
Have you ever felt like you've been either or? Have you ever felt like you've been a small fish in a big pond? Have you ever felt that in your life?
I don't think so, no. I don't remember ever feeling like, oh yeah, I've made it now.
No, but a small fish.
Oh yeah, I've always felt like a small... I think I've made sure I've always felt like a small fish.
So you've never felt like a big fish in any pond you've been in?
I don't think so.
Not in school or anything like that? Or any classes?
No, I think I've always felt out my depth.
Have you?
Yeah, in some way, shape or form I feel like I've always felt out my depth, yeah.
Yeah. The only sort of thing that comes to mind when I think about being a big fish is was when I was in theatre school. Not because I was more talented, because I wasn't. There were people more talented than I'd say, better singers or better dancers, whatever. But my mindset, I think, if I look back, made me a bigger fish, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, because I wanted more. I had a goal.
Yeah.
Where I was like, you know, like you said about that little town guy, whatever, he like moved on big for bigger things. He was a big fish. Him in that town probably wasn't, he might have not been the smartest, but he might have a big fish mindset.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I go back to my like memories of theatre school, like I wanted the best, like for me, I had a clear goal.
Yeah.
And I was like, I knew I wanted to do that, and people didn't have that. I think that's the only sort of way I can sort of think I at one point might have been a big fish.
Yeah. I think I had the opportunity to be a big fish. Like when I was at primary school, and I think I mentioned in other videos where I was like, you know, told I couldn't be a principal role in any of the school plays, I wasn't allowed to enter any of the talent shows. I feel like that would have been my opportunity to think like a big fish, or to, you know, feel like, oh, I'm too good for this. Like the reason I'm not being let to do these things is because I know what I want to do with my life, and you know what I mean? But I think I felt too sort of squashed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I felt like I at no point did I fight that. At no point did I go, well, that's not right. That's not fair. Because I should have as much of a chance to play a principal role as everyone else. Like, that, you know, that's not fair. I just went, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine. I think I was too much a stickler for the rules and authority.
But you were very young, and it was in school as well. So if teachers say like do that, you were right to do so. So for them saying you're not going to be any principal parts, like they don't want you to be in the shows really.
Yeah.
Like you did the right thing by going, okay, even though they did the wrong thing by putting that rule on any.
But I feel like I carried that into high school.
What, in what way?
Like I don't think I ever. Like I don't think my mentality ever changed. So that never changed. It's not like I suddenly grew up and I wasn't young anymore and I suddenly went, oh yeah, no, I do deserve better and I should be striving for, you know, more.
Yeah.
I don't think anything ever changed. I feel like I never really thought that way. I don't think I ever thought in terms of like big fish, small pond. I just had a goal and that's what I wanted to do. But I didn't ever think sort of like, oh, I'm in a place that's like holding me back, or this isn't good enough for someone like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just that's what I wanted to do, and it was just I'll just enjoy my time at school whilst I find a way to get there.
If I think about every like sort of point or like segment of my life, I guess I can separate them into ponds. That's the thing. I guess that's why I find it more transparent, not transparent, but I find this analogy easier.
Yeah.
Because I can do that. Like I can look at theatre school and go, that was that pond, and then I can think about this industry. I think about when I graduated and from what I felt I knew then and to what I know now, and how I've changed and how I have grown in terms of size, I guess, in a pond, in a very big pond that I'm nowhere near a big fish. So it's interesting for me because I can go back to that and go, like I remember graduating and thinking that I know everything, as you do when you graduate from any school or any college or any sort of thing.
I wonder if it's because I've been doing what I've wanted to do since I was a kid.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I feel like it would have been different had I, you know, it was okay that I wasn't allowed to have a principal part in a school play and I wasn't allowed to enter the talent shows because I was in Les Mis. I feel like I never felt restricted because I was already a small fish in a big pond. I was already a child actor in the West End.
A tadpole.
I was a tadpole. Yeah, I was already a child actor in the West End.
Maybe that's why it is then.
Yeah.
Because for me, I think mine sort of, I guess you just went straight into it and learned on the job. Yeah. Literally. And I learned sort of maybe like via education. So I would think that I know everything maybe in year 11, go, oh, I'm pretty good at this acting stuff, and then go to sixth form and go, oh, actually I'm not that good, I've got quite a lot to learn. Then go to theatre school and go, oh wow, like I actually can't dance, I've got a lot to learn. And then come out of a theatre school going, oh, I feel like I'm in good shape, and then go to an audition and get cut.
Yeah.
First round. So I'm like, oh wow. So like every sort of step was like, I felt like I was like, out going a pond, and then it's like, right, now you're in this pond.
Yeah.
And even now, like I've been out 8 years, whatever, graduated 8 years. I feel like I'm a bigger fish.
Yeah.
100%. Just down to knowledge and whatever and things I've learned, but nowhere near like the king of the.
Well, I guess it's sort of like the goalposts move every time, because every time you go into a different, like, you went to theatre school and then graduated and went into like your first job in West End and stuff. Each time you got bigger because of your knowledge and your talent and experience, but then the pond also got bigger at the same time.
Yeah. That's it, isn't it? Like, because I guess like anyone out there, this obviously transfers to anyone like doing education or learning any skill. The goalposts move, and then it becomes harder to learn new tricks or to step up a next level, and step up another level, and then you just keep getting like becoming the small fish, which is really interesting. So how did you feel then when your first like West End job then? Like
as a kid?
No, as an
adult.
Because you said you always felt like a small fish, but did you? Because you were going in with people, like with adults for the first time, do you know what I mean? Like, was there a point where you're a bit like, felt a bit smaller than you when you first started?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
definitely. I definitely felt at that like first day of rehearsals. Well, in fact, no. I think leading up to my first day of rehearsals, I was like, oh my god, I'm such a small fish in a big pond. Like, am I going to be out my depth? This is going to be everything I dreamed it was going to be. Is it going to be like I remembered it? And then I walked into the rehearsal room and I was with like graduates who felt exactly the same way.
Yeah, that's good.
Like that, this was around the time that they started casting really young for Les Mis, because before that, like, they never cast as young as they never ever cast. Because I remember watching Les Mis and watching like 30-odd-year-olds playing Marius.
Well, John Robbins, right?
Yeah.
He must have been pretty old during the time. Sorry, John. As in old compared to the current Marius is.
And compared to what Marius is meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd see like the students and like everyone really just be a lot older, and then the film came out and they started casting so much younger. So I was thinking I'd be in a cast of, because you don't know who your cast is going to be until day one of rehearsals, unless it's like announced prior, which it wasn't. So I walked in expecting to be around 30-odd-year-olds. Yeah. And I was 20, so I was like, oh my god. And I walked in and it was like Rob Houchin, who's like a year or two older than me, and Sam Dorsey and Jenny O'Leary and like all these people who were like graduates my age. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this makes me feel a lot better about myself, because we're all going to be learning on the job together. Yeah.
And you like after like a couple of like rehearsals, then did you just feel like, oh, this is what I remember now? Yeah,
and I just feel like theatre people are very accepting and very like, I don't know what the word is. I guess accepting is the only way you can explain it. And no, I don't feel like anyone goes into first day of rehearsals being like, now who can we like single out and who can we separate? And it's always just been very much like, well, you get people of all ages and all different experiences, come from all different walks of life in one cast. Yeah. You learn straight from the off that you have to be accepting, because that's just the nature of the industry. You're never going to be sat next to someone in a room who's had exactly the same path to that place as you have.
Yeah, I guess the only like common ground would be the audition process, which everyone like sort of remembers quite vividly on first day rehearsals. Yeah. So you're just like happy that you're there, but also like everyone else has auditioned and
everyone's gone through the same process.
Yeah, worked their arse off to get into this position. Yeah. So you're like, well, you're here. You're obviously good enough.
You've done something right. Yeah.
Let's do it. Like, and it's like a nice little family team moment, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I guess after then Les Mis, like you just felt like you were back to your fish size. And now you're a big fish.
I don't think I am. See, I get asked that question a lot. Like, do you feel like you've made it, or when will you feel like you've made it? Yeah. And I feel like as soon as you feel like you've made it, it gets boring. Yeah. I feel like every time I reach a new goal, either the goalpost gets moved for me or I move it. Yeah.
I guess that's a good thing about this career, that it's really hard to complete everything in a lifetime, if that makes sense. Yeah. There's so much to do in the acting world, even like down to musical theatre as well. If we were just talking musical theatre, like there's so many like, you know, people always talk about like bucket lists. You could do a musical theatre bucket list easy. Like original West End cast, original cast recording, Broadway, yeah, like
West End.
Olivier, a nomination, awards, What's on Stage awards, like there's so much to do.
Doing like Chichester,
Boston
yeah. Tryouts.
There's so much to do.
Yeah.
That's not even talking about parts. So they're just like what might come with the part.
Places, yeah.
But then you're like, I want to do this part, I want to do that part, I want to do that part, I want to do that part. Like there's so, and also, for example, say you did want to be Alphabet, whatever, or you did want to, like I did want to be like Fierro, for example. Like it's not that easy, like because if the guy doesn't leave in the West End, if he wants to stay for another year as Fierro, I might then audition for something else and get that, and then the timings don't match up.
Yeah.
So to tick everything off like a musical theatre bucket list is so hard. So I guess that's why as actors we do, like I was saying before, like when I left college and then went to theatre school, then left that, I always felt like I was a smaller like fish at that point. And I guess that still happens now because I do things and I go, oh right, yeah, I've done like Back to the Future. It was amazing because it was like an original like world cast. It's never been done anywhere. But then I'm like, well, I've done that, but now I want to do this. So it's about like keep climbing, which is really exciting, isn't it? So we'll be small fish together.
Small fish.
Yeah. Brana. That's that, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Fresh fish. Look how big I look. Ah, I'm a big fish now. I'm a puffer fish.
Puffer fish.
Well, that was sort of a little discussion about fish. Now, I think it's interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
Because it is a ever-changing thing, and I'm sure people out there doing their like own work and their own like careers might feel like a big fish at the moment, or might feel like a small fish.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
To start the day?
Yeah.
Right, bye everyone. Be safe out there. Don't go fishing in murky waters. Don't go fishing in murky waters naked.
You could have just left it at that.
I know, I just wanted a bit of the cherry on the cake.
Okay.
The naked cake. It sounds a bit weird. Right, bye everyone. Bye.